Okay, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to welcome you to County Court at Law Number 2. My name is Judge Terrence Holmes. I'm the presiding judge here in County Court at Law Number 2. Now, today we have our announcement docket. When I call your name, you come forward with your attorney. If your attorney is not here, then we will wait for your attorney to arrive. First case is cause number 24 CCCR. Hold on a minute. Somebody on the Zoom name wrong. Okay, the person that's on Zoom that has Raul, please take your hat off and put your mic on mute. And when we call your case, you'll turn your mic and your video back on.
Okay.
Okay, the first case is cause number 24 CCCR 1126, case of style state of Texas versus Kayla Dion Gilder.
Very good. And I've talked to the prosecutor about the case, but I want to complete the discovery. So I would ask for another 30, 60 days.
Okay, Mr. Gilder, your full name is Kayla Dion Gilder.
Sir.
How you doing, Mr. Gilder?
Yeah, what about you?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Mr. Gilder, you're represented in this case by your attorney, Peter Dahl. Attorney Dahl, how are you doing?
Pretty fair, Judge.
That's good. And state is represented in this case by Attorney Haley Simmons. Attorney Simmons, how are you doing?
I'm good, Judge. How are you?
That's good. I'm doing fine. Now, Mr. Dahl, you would like to have this case reset to complete the discovery, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Give us a reset date.
Okay, good. How many? Say 30 days?
Yeah, he needs to get his discovery.
October 20th.
October 25th or October 30th, which one?
I guess October 30th.
30th? Okay, this case will be reset to October 30th, 2024. Mr. Gilder, you get your reset from your attorney. Once you get your reset, you're free to go home. You have a blessed day. Mr. Dahl, you'll be free to go as well, and you have a blessed day.
I appreciate it, Mr. Tom.
All right, you're welcome. Next case is cause number 23 CCCR 2280, case of style of state of Texas versus Eric Valdez. Mr. Valdez, your full name is Eric Valdez. How are you doing, Mr. Valdez? That's good. Mr. Valdez, you're represented by your attorney, Attorney Mel Shalanda. Attorney Shalanda, how are you doing?
Well, it's Friday the 13th, Judge, and nothing's happened to me yet, so.
Okay.
I'm good on it.
And, okay, Mr. Shalanda, what is your announcement in Mr. Valdez's case?
Your Honor, we can get it reset one more time. It's gonna be a plea, but we just got a little matter.
We'll reset for plea. Okay, give us a reset date of Valdez for plea.
October 23rd.
Okay, this case will be reset to October 21st, 2024. Mr. Valdez, your attorney will be given your reset. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you're free to go. You have a blessed day. And Attorney Shalanda, you're free to go as well. You have a blessed day.
Your Honor, now, please.
Okay. Okay, yeah, Mr. Raul Mendoza on Zoom.
Yes, Your Honor. I need to, we were expecting here in person, Your Honor. He's coming from the Houston, Baytown area, and his car broke down on I-10, so that's the.
Okay,
so I mean,
Mr. Okay, this
I'd
is,
like him to explain himself. to you.
okay.
He was supposed to be here in person. That's what I was
Okay.
hoping. Yes, sir. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, we're just telling, order in the court, would you please lower your voice? Okay, this is cause number 24 CCCR 0682. Case is styled State of Texas versus Raul Jose Mendoza. Mr. Mendoza, is appearing via Zoom. He was supposed to appear in person here today. Mr. Mendoza, you can take your mic off of mute. Mr. Mendoza?
Hi, right here.
Okay. Your attorney, has informed the court that, you were supposed to appear here in person today. However, you,
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
okay. Could you explain to the court why you're not here?
Yes, I was on the way there. I just got my truck broke down on me. I'm right here on I-10 by Barry
Right before.
before we not Weenie, what's the little town? Yeah, Weenie. Before Weenie, and my truck broke down right there.
Okay,
Raul, could you tell the court where you're coming from?
Houston.
Viv?
Houston.
Yes.
I just want to make sure.
Okay.
So,
So,
Your Honor, he contacted me about 45 minutes ago.
okay,
So he probably would have been here,
okay,
on time or a few minutes early.
Okay.
If I could just tell you where we stand, this is Mr. Hubel's case, Your Honor. I have an offer from the court. I've received all discovery. Discovery's been reviewed with my client. Our plan was to dispose of the case this morning.
okay,
And I would
Just
like to just
another
bring you
reset
back
date?
next week, Your Honor.
Okay, that's
But I'm
fine.
gonna be on vacation starting on the 18th of next week through the following Monday. So if we could just go 2 weeks,
State has no.
the
Okay.
case will be disposed.
Give us a
of.
2-week reset, give us a date.
About the 27th.
That's perfect.
That's
I
good.
just need to,
Okay, so it's to be reset to September 27th of 2024. Mr., is that good?
yes, Your Honor. But you're doing me a great
Okay.
service, so I
Okay.
appreciate it.
Raul Mendoza.
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Mendoza. Your case has been reset to September 27th of 2024. Your attorney and your bondman will be given notice of your reset. Stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman. You're free to go. And you have a blessed day.
Thank you. We'll do that.
All right.
And I'll call you, sir. I'll call you, Mr. Mendoza.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, now the person that's on Zoom that has HMD Global Nokia is that 6400 5G. Would you please take your mic off of mute and state your name?
Schroeder is my, well, Schroeder's supposed to be on Zoom.
Okay, he might not,
Yeah, that-
he might not be
That is
connected.
my client.
Well, he is connected to audio, but it's on mute.
Struggling.
All right, there we go. My name is
Okay, now,
William
sir,
Schroeder.
you're in court. You need to take that hat off your head. Okay. Now, sir, what's your name?
William Scott Schroeder.
William
I
Schroeder.
apologize for that.
Okay. Mr. Schroeder, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right. I've been better.
Okay.
He's going.
Now, Mr. Schroeder, you're represented in your case by your attorney, James Paget.
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Paget, what is your announcement in Mr. Schroeder's case?
Your Honor, this is also Mr. Hubel's case. I have an offer from the state. It took us a little bit of time to get the drug results in, however we have them. If you would set us for 30 days, this case will be disposed of by
Okay.
way of plea.
Give us a 30-day reset.
The same date would be fine, if it pleases the court.
What is that date?
I think you said 10/27.
No, it was a 9/27 was
If we could
the
go
other case.
a little bit longer, that's so
Yeah.
we can take off work.
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay, this case will be reset to October 25th of 2024, Mr. Schroeder. On that day, you need to be here in person. Your bondsman and your attorney will be given notice of your reset. Stay in contact with your bondsman and your attorney. You're free to go and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
And then finally, Your Honor, I have Connor Eastman, who is present in the audience.
Next case is cause number 24 CCCR 0776, case and style, State of Texas versus Connor David Eastman.
Mr. Eastman, could you come forward?
Mr. Eastman, your full name is Connor David
Oh.
Eastman. How you, oh, let me tell Mr. Schroeder, you free to go?
Thank you, sir. Sorry.
Okay,
Thank you for the watch, Your Honor.
okay. Mr. Eastman, your full name is Connor David Eastman.
Yes, sir.
How are you doing? I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Now, Mr. Eastman, you're represented by your attorney James Padgett. Attorney Padgett, what is your announcement in Mr. Eastman's case?
Your Honor, we have just completed discovery, and this morning I received an offer from the prosecutor. So if you would give us just some time for me to sit down in the office with my client.
To go over the discovery?
Yes, I have the video now and we have an offer, so we will come to I think the offer is one that my client's going to be willing to accept. I just need to
Okay,
sit down with.
give
him.
us a reset date. October 25th sounds
Yeah,
good?
that's fine.
Okay, this case will be reset to October 25th of 2024, Mr. Eastman. Your attorney is gonna get your reset. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you're free to go. And you have a blessed day. And Mr. Padgett, I think this is your last case.
Yes,
Is that
sir.
correct? You're free to go as well, and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Your Honor. Okay, so now you work a lot.
We have anybody ready? Okay.
Good morning.
Hey, it's freaking Friday. Everything was gonna be.
5:13.
Solis Perla?
You're welcome. Is it Perla?
Solis Perla.
Oh, Perla.
Yes. Solis Perla.
Thank you.
His last name is Solis Perla. Sumter County Court at Law number 2 is in session and cause number M332452. Case is style of State of Texas versus Negoberto Solis Perla Jr. Mr. Solis Perla, is that your full name?
Yes.
Mr. Solis Perla, would you please raise your right hand? You swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
You may put your hand down. How are you doing?
Good. Fine. And you?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Mr. Solis Perla, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney Alan Parker. Attorney Parker, how are you doing?
I'm good, Judge, thanks.
And Mr. Parker, do you waive a record
We do,
in
Judge.
Mr. Perla's case?
We do.
Mr. Perla, I have before me on my computer a document that is titled Information. This information was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this information, it alleges that you, Dagoberto Solis Perla Jr., on or about January 4th of 2022, while you were operating a motor vehicle in a public place in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed to Class A misdemeanor offense of driving while intoxicated with an alcohol concentration level of 0.15 or more. Mr. Perla, do you understand, Mr. Solis Perla, do you understand what you've been charged with?
No, just let me, yes. Yes.
Yeah, okay, and to this charge, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, no contest?
No contest.
Now, you pleaded no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges?
Because, yes.
Okay, now, Mr. Pearl, I also have before me on this tablet, a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishments. This document is also labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. Do you recognize this document?
Yes.
On page 2 of this same document, there are a set of initials, DS, on a line next to a box that's checked nola contendere, which means no contest. Did you place your initials on this document?
Yes.
On page 3 of this same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled defendant. Is this your signature?
Yes.
On the next document that's titled trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal, do you recognize this document?
Yes.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes.
At the top of this document, there are 2 boxes checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes.
The second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes.
I also have before me a document that is titled Discovery Certification. Do you recognize this document?
Yes.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant? Now, Mr. Solis Perla, before you signed and initialed these documents, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes.
And did you understand everything that your attorney went over?
Yes.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Mr. Solis Perla, are you a citizen of the United States?
Citizen.
State offer states one.
No objection.
No objection. State's Exhibit Number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Parker, you've advised that counsel, Mr. Perla, is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Judge.
And Mr. Solis Perla, your attorney, Mr. Parker, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes.
Mr. Solis Perla, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is the agreement?
In exchange for defendant's plea, the state's offering 180 days probated over 1 year, $750 fine, 80 hours community service, DWI standard conditions of probation and interlock.
What is the score cost?
377.
Okay. Mr. Solis Pearl, the state is offering that you serve 180 days in the Jefferson County Jail. However, you will not be required to serve any time in the Jefferson County Jail because you'll be placed on probation for a period of 1 year. During the 1 year probationary period, you'll be required to pay a fine of $750 plus court costs of $377. You'll also be required to pay a DWI conviction fine of $100. You'll be required to pay a probation fee of $60 a month, your analysis fee of $15 a month, and a reimbursement fee of $15. Your total monthly installments, that is the total amount that you will be required to pay each month while you're on probation, is $195 a month. Will you be able to pay the $195 each month?
Because, yes, sir.
Okay, you also be required to perform, you also be required to perform 80 hours of community service, install an interlock device on any vehicle that you ought to operate, attend a completely DWI education class, have an alcohol assessment, pay a DWI education and initial evaluation fee of $125 on the day of the place. Should a further evaluation be needed, you'll be required to pay an additional $50. And you'll be required to adhere to the other standard terms and conditions of your probation. Now, Mr. Solis Perla, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes,
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
yes,
And do you accept the state's offer?
yes.
Mr. Solis Perla, I'll follow the plea bargaining agreement that you have entered into with the state. Mr. Solis Perla, please stand in front of our court coordinator. Follow the directions of the bailiff. Once you finish following the bailiff directions, you're free to go. And you have a blessed day, Mr. Parker.
You We got another one.
Yes.
Have another plea, it should get on the record.
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Thank you, sir. Right down here, in there, please.
Okay. Jefferson County Court at Law number 2 is back in session. Court is in session and calls number M323-788. Case is style of State of Texas versus Marquise T. O'Neill. Mr. O'Neill, is that your full name? Mr. O'Neill, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. O'Neill, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, shall be God? Mr. O'Neill, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. O'Neill? I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. O'Neill, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney Parker. Do you waive a record in Mr. O'Neill's case?
You did good.
Mr. O'Neill, I have before me on my computer a document that is titled information. This information was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this information, it alleges that you, Marquise T. O'Neill, on March 29th of 2019, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class A misdemeanor offense of evading arrest, detention. Mr. O'Neill, do you understand what you have been charged with? And to this charge, Mr. O'Neill, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? Now, you pleaded no contest freely and voluntarily? And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to contest or fight the charges? Mr. O'Neill, I also have before me a document on my computer tablet that's titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishments. Do you recognize this document? On page 2 of this same document, there are a set of initials, MO, on a line next to a box that's check no contingent, which means no contest. Did you place your initials on this document? On page 3 of the same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled defendant. Is this your signature? And on the next document, that's titled trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal, do you recognize this document? And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant? And on the next document, that's titled trial. And also on the same document, at the top of this document, there are 2 boxes checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement? The second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement? I also have before me a document that is titled Discovery Certification. Do you recognize this document? And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant? Mr. O'Neill, before you sign and initial these documents, did your attorney go over these documents with you? And did you read and understand everything that your attorney went over? And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge? Mr. O'Neill, are you a citizen of the United States?
State up, states one.
Any
No
objection? No objection. State's exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Parker, you advised and counseled Mr. O'Neill. Is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent
No,
to
Judge.
stand trial?
No, Judge.
And Mr. O'Neill, your attorney, Mr. Parker, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Sir.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation? Mr. O'Neill, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is the agreement?
In exchange for defendant's plea, the state's offering 1 year deferred, $500 fine, 60 hours community service plus court costs.
Okay. What is Mr. O'Neill's court cost?
397.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, Mr. O'Neill. The state is offering that you serve 1 year deferred adjudicated probation. During the 1 year probationary period, you'll be required to pay a fine of $500 plus court costs of $397. You'll also be required to pay a probation fee of $60 a month, your announcement fee of $15 a month, reimbursement fee of $15. Your total monthly installments, that is the total amount that you'll be required to pay each month while you're on probation, is $165 a month. Will you be able to pay the $165 each month?
Yes, sir.
You'll also be required to perform 60 hours community service and adhere to the other standard terms and conditions of this probation. Now, Mr. O'Neill, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Sir.
Mr. O'Neill, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Mr. O'Neill, if you successfully complete this probationary period, this case will be dismissed. It will not result in a conviction on the record, and you may qualify for a non-disclosure. You can talk to your attorney about the non-disclosure because he's quite competent in those matters. Now, Mr. O'Neill, you're gonna stand next to the bailiff, follow her direction. Once you finish following her directions, you're free to go, and you have a blessed day. And Mr. Parker, this is the last case. You're free to go as well. You have a
Thank you,
blessed
Zach.
day.
Have a good weekend.
Mr. Vasquez, you ready on your case?
Yes, sir. Thank you. Good morning.
You're welcome. Damon Watkins, This is clause number 24 CCCR 1432. Case is filed in the state of Texas versus Damon Keith Watkins. Mr. Watkins, is that your full name?
Yes, sir, it is.
Okay, Mr. Watkins, how are you doing? I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Watkins, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney Joel Vasquez. Attorney Vasquez, how are you doing?
Good, how about yourself?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Now, Mr. Vasquez, what is your announcement in Mr. Watkins' case?
Judge, could we request another announcement? I have not shared all of the discovery with Mr. Watkins, you know.
Okay. Give us a reset date. This is Damon Keith Watkins on page 4. Yes, which one is best? 1025, 1030?
10:30.
1030?
Yes.
Okay, this case will be reset to October 30th of 2024. Ms. Watkins, you're gonna get your reset from your attorney. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you're free to go in your blessed day. And thank you, and Mr. Vasquez, you're free to go. Once you get your reset, and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Judge. It is,
Okay. Oh, I did? Oh. From clerk. Are we ready? Is that Miss Bradshaw? Stephen Wade Reynolds.
We're submitting a plea on it right now, Judge.
Oh, yeah, oh, okay. Well, yeah, y'all can have a seat. She hadn't did the plea yet. They submitted a plea on Reynolds.
I'm
We'll
sorry.
call you back up in a minute.
Yes, ma'am. Oh, thank you. I'll stick there.
Next case is cause number 24 CCCR 0990. Case is filed in the state of Texas versus Nadia Joe Rubin. Miss yeah, stand in front of the bench. Miss Rubin, your first name is Nadia? Nadia Joe Rubin. How are you doing, Miss Rubin? You tired? Okay, must have just got off from work. Okay. Now, Miss Rubin, I see that your case was reset on July 23rd, 2024. To give you an opportunity to hire an attorney. Have you hired your attorney? Okay, why haven't you hired your attorney? You say what?
I was gonna let y'all do what y'all do. I don't know when we're doing.
Okay,
Cause I work a lot. It's-
okay, let me ask you now, okay, now, hold on a minute. We should have an explanation in the file. Okay. That's Rubin. Okay, now, Miss Yes. Now, Ms. Rubin, you appeared in court on July 23rd, 2024. Hold on, just have a seat. I was looking at this case. Okay, so, now, Ms. Rubin, the last time you was here, as I mentioned, was July 23rd of 2024. At that time, you said you wanted your case reset to hire your own attorney.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And now you're saying that you haven't hired your attorney. Now, do you need more time to hire an attorney, or what do you, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so that was just the first one. We're gonna give you another opportunity to hire your attorney, okay? All right, give us a reset date. Okay, so this case is going to be reset to October 30th of 2024. Now, if you hire an attorney before that date, your attorney is going to contact the court
Right.
and by a letter saying that they have been hired, and they'll probably get your case reset another day.
Okay.
Okay, but in the meantime, if you don't hire an attorney, you need to be here on that day.
Yes, sir.
All right, so just have a seat on that third chair on the wall. Wait for your name to be called. Once your name is called by the court coordinator, you're gonna get your reset. Once you get your reset, you're free to go, and you have a blessed day.
Okay.
All right, you're welcome. Aaron Scott White. This is cause number 24 CCCR 0958 and cause number 24 CCCR 0959. Both cases are styled the state of Texas versus Aaron Scott White. Mr. White, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How are you doing, Mr. White?
I'm good, and you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking that, Mr. White. Last time you were in court, well, actually, it was your first time. You signed a judge's explanation of rights to defendants without an attorney. And on that document, you stated that you wanted your case reset to hire your own attorney. Okay, have you hired your attorney?
No, sir. Originally, I thought it was gonna be in November 17th, on the next day. I don't know why I thought that.
What did you think was gonna be in November? I don't understand.
The next court date.
You talking about today?
Yes.
Today's date was gonna be in November?
Yes, yes,
Oh.
sir.
Okay. Okay, so are you saying that you need more time to hire an attorney? That's why you said that?
Yes, sir, if we can.
Okay, so you think that if we give you more time, you'll be able to hire an attorney?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And give us a reset date. Okay, we're gonna reset it to October 30th of 2024. You're gonna get your reset. Once you get your reset, you're free to go. And if you hire an attorney before that date, your attorney is gonna contact the court to inform the court that they have been hired to represent you. And if that happens, you won't have to appear here today because your attorney will be given another court date.
Yes, sir.
Oh, now, if you do not hire an attorney, you need to be here on that day.
Okay, is the state still offering the same?
Well, right now, in order for you to talk to the state about your case, you would have to be representing yourself. So I would imagine, based on the statement that you made at one point, you were representing yourself and then you decided to reject the state's offer and then hire an attorney. That's how it happened? Let me-
Yeah, well, that's one of the charges.
Oh, no, let's do this. I can't don't go into the facts of the case because we're not here for a trial. And the other thing is anything that you say in this court can and will be used against you in a court of law. So we do not want you to go into the facts of the case because you may say something that is incriminating to you. Okay? And so I was just gonna look at your case. Mr. White. Hold on a minute. I was just looking at I'm looking for the judge's explanation.
let's see.
Yeah, I see here. I see what are two notations. At one point, you said that you wanted to waive your right to have an attorney represent yourself. And then eventually, apparently you may have made an offer to you, may have rejected it. And then you changed and said you wanted to reset your case to hire an attorney. Okay? So at that point, we're at the point where you're saying you want to hire an attorney. Now, if you want to represent yourself, then you would have to again, read and sign the judge's explanation and read and sign the waiver of counsel for purposes of entering guilty plea or proceeding to trial. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what do you want to do?
And just, I guess, more time for an attorney.
Okay. All right, so we'll reset your case to October 30th of 2024 to give you an opportunity to hire your own attorney. You're gonna have a seat in that third chair on the wall, wait for your name to be called. Once your name is called, go to the window, and once you finish the window, you're free to go and you have a blessed day.
He came in here.
Yeah, that's Mr. White.
Okay.
That's all I want. Well, not here, that's it. Thanks. It's great.
Oh, do we have, you still working on that?
It's fine. Is Carlos? Yeah, man. Carlos?
That's what he wanted, the information from. Why don't you come on up? Was it the job information? What information was it?
Yeah, gave me the spinner top stuff, the call.
Oh, what you stand in the front of the bench?
They
No.
do a program or something. And then I was calling them the week I had left, my jaw was broken for 2 months. And I just got it took off last week. And when I was calling them, they'll tell me they'll call back in 24 hours, but never called them. When I go up there,
You said it was spindle top? Hold on a minute. What's your name?
Kevin Rowe.
You said Kevin what?
Ross.
Ross?
Is he on today's docket?
Was he on the day's docket?
I don't see him on
Oh,
mine.
yeah, she had reset it. I see it.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, that must have been one of Wilkinson's clients. Your attorney was William Wilkinson?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't see him on the docket.
Okay, let me see what we.
Wait, hold on. Your name is what?
Kevin Ross.
Yeah, he's Wilkerson's client.
Okay, hold on a minute. Let's see. Do we have, I'm trying to figure out,
But I didn't give him.
he said we gave him something. I don't see any bond. No. What I was looking for, he said that we gave him a number to contact Spindletop.
Oh.
Oh, it was a drug program. Some y'all told me, I ain't.
I don't know. I don't see the bond. I don't see bond. Hold on, what kind of case? It's in the notes, but unless it's misfiled. Hold on a minute. I don't see bond conditions. You need some tissue? Lost possession day. Yeah, it says bond conditions in here, but I don't see the bond conditions in the files.
Yeah, she's. You talked to Mr. Evans? I reached out, but, I haven't been able to meet up with him.
Sir, Mr. Ross, just have a seat.
And you can give me the,
We'll give it back, we'll give it back to you.
I'm talking about the number.
Okay, we're gonna give, just have a seat. Okay, so you have it? That's on, well,
But she's fine here to do it. She's handling her felony. So, just as she hasn't talked to him. Alright. Neither. So I know that both of those are gonna reset. Yeah, wait. I was like.
I got this stuff in this label, I'm looking for the complaint.
Yeah, I see. Wait a minute.
We're welcome.
Court is back in session and calls number 24 CCCR 0824, case of style, excuse me, 0820, case of style, State of Texas versus Stephen Wade Reynolds. Mr. Reynolds, would you please come forward? Mr. Reynolds, your full name is Stephen Wade Reynolds?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Reynolds, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Reynolds, do you swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Mr. Reynolds, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Reynolds?
Doing great. How about yourself?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Mr. Reynolds, you're representing your case by your attorney, Michelle Bradshaw. Ms. Bradshaw, how are you doing?
Good, Judge.
And Ms. Bradshaw, do you waive a record in Mr. Reynolds' case?
I do.
Mr. Reynolds, I have before me on my computer a document that is styled complaint. This complaint was filed, let's see, by JP, that's precinct 4 in Jefferson County, Texas. In this complaint, it alleges that you, Stephen Wade Reynolds, on or about June 21st of 2023, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the offense, Class C misdemeanor offense of speeding, and it occurred within the limits of the construction zone while workers were present. Mr. Reynolds, do you understand what you have been charged with?
Yes, sir, I do.
And to this charge, how do you plead guilty? Not guilty, no contest.
No contest.
Now, you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir, I am.
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Reynolds, I also have before me on a tablet a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishments. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 2 of the same document, there's a set of initials placed on the line next to a box that says check no contingent, which means no contest. Did you place your initials on this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 3 of the same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled defendant. Is this your signature?
Yes, sir, it is.
And on the next document that's titled trial court certification of the defendant's right of appeal, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
It is.
At the top of this document, there's one box that's checked. The box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. You understand that statement?
I do.
I also have before me a document that is titled Discovery Certification. You recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
It is.
Mr. Reynolds, before you signed and initialed all of these documents that I just showed you, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir, she did.
And did she read and understand? Did you read and understand everything that she went on?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
It is.
Mr. Reynolds, are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, sir.
State over states one.
You have any objections to State's Exhibit number 1? No objections. State's Exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Ms. Bradshaw, you advised and counsel, Mr. Reynolds, is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Judge.
And Mr. Reynolds, your attorney, Ms. Bradshaw, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with her representation?
Yes, sir.
Has she provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Reynolds, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. And I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is the agreement?
In exchange for defendant's plea, the state's offering $50 fine in addition to all court costs.
Okay. What is the court cost in this case? Okay. Mr. Reynolds, the state is offering that you pay a fine of $50 plus court costs of $277, which comes to a total of $327. Will you be able to pay the $327 today?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Reynolds, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir, I
Do
do.
you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, very.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Reynolds, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Mr. Reynolds, you're gonna stand in front of the court coordinator, follow directions of the bailiff. And once you finish following the directions of the bailiff, you'll be allowed to go downstairs to the county clerk's office to pay the fine and court costs. And once you pay the fine and court costs, you'll come back up to the court with a copy of the receipt.
Okay.
All right, please stand next to the bailiff. Okay, and you're free to go. All right, y'all have a blessed day.
I think that probably was done in error, that note for bond condition.
Okay.
I think it was done.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm gonna take it out. Can you go ahead and go?
Yeah, but he said something about I need to know, he said we gave him something. Okay, now, Ms. Prudent, your case is going to be reset to what is that date? Until October 30th of 2024. Did it give you a little bit more time to get with your attorney?
Yes, sir.
Okay? Once you get your reset from our court coordinator, you're free to go. You have a blessed day.
Thank you.
All right.
Right.
Mine is just like this.
That's what she had? Okay. Now, this is clause number M 329-236, case of solid state of Texas versus LaKendra Wallace. Miss Wallace, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Miss Wallace?
I'm doing okay.
Okay, now this is a motion to revoke probation, and this motion was set with the felony. Now, your last time you was here, your case was reset to give you an opportunity to hire an attorney, is
Yes,
that
sir.
correct?
Mhm.
Have you hired your attorney?
Yeah, he's on my paperwork. He just haven't, not here.
He just hadn't filed a letter of representation?
Yes, sir. Not yet. But
And who's your attorney?
Rife Kimberly.
Okay, so what we're going to do, we're gonna reset now. You have a felony case that's set, right?
Yes, sir. It's
What
reset.
date is that? Do you have it with you?
Yes, sir. I think, on the 20th.
Look at.
What is-
But
It is, it's September 20th, Judge.
Yeah.
at 9
Okay,
a.m.
so we're gonna reset this case to September 20 to the same day,
okay,
okay? Now, on that day, you're gonna do like you did today. You're gonna come here and check in first, and then go take care of the felony case, then come back here.
okay,
All right, your case is gonna be reset. Our court coordinator is gonna give you your reset.
okay.
Once you get your reset from the court coordinator, you'll be free to go. And you have a blessed day. Please stand in front of the court coordinator.